Coffee Break. Today's tidbit.
All right, back joining us in the studio for the latest in Coffee Break. Today's tidbit is Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela, how was your weekend?
It was fun.
Yeah?
Race week.
F1 and stuff. I heard a driver
Signs.
crashed out in the first
Oh,
lap.
yeah. Oscar Piastri just crashed out in the first lap.
There you go. That's all I know.
And he's running for championship, so
That's all I know.
that was fun.
That's all I know.
I could just go on if you don't stop me.
That's all I know. Stop. That's all I know. That's stop. I just saw it on the sports news. What's our tidbit today?
Sadly, it's not F1 related.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Do you remember when we talked about Seoul's, subways and commutes on Coffee Break before?
Yeah.
One of the alternatives we mentioned then, only in passing, is no longer just an idea, and so we're going to talk about that. The Hangang bus.
Oh, we talked about it.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember going they had the Hangang taxi and never really panned out really well.
So
because
now
it was so expensive.
They made it into a bus.
Yes, let's talk about it. It's Bus on the River, ladies and gentlemen, right? That's exactly what it is, right?
So it's the Hangang Bus is Seoul's new eco-friendly water bus service. It actually launched on September 18th, just last week. Think of it as a ferry, but designed like public transit. Yeah, so it connects 7 piers along the river, starting from Bagok in the west to Mangwon, Yeouido, Apgujeong, Oksu, Tuksum, and finally Jamsil in the east, covering nearly 29 kilometers.
I like the stops. These are all where there's a lot of wine shops. A lot of wine shops are located in all these areas right now.
I thought you were going to say a lot of workplaces.
Oh, yeah, well, that too.
Yes.
That too. But I just recognize these places from what kind of wine shops they have. But it's a long stretch, though. How many people have tried it so far, then?
So on its very first day of official service, 4,361 people boarded.
Oh, wow.
That's an average seat occupancy of just over 80%. So, for a debut, that's pretty impressive.
80%, that's high.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the purpose, like for tourism or commuting?
So both, really. Seoul designed it as part of a sustainable transport system that also adds to, the Hangang River's charm. The vessels are eco-friendly hybrids and, some are fully electric, which reduces emissions by up to 52% compared to diesel.
They say use public transportation so that, it's better on the the environment, also good with the economy, environment. But this, again, even better, right?
Yes, exactly.
Sounds, again, very green, very good for the environment.
Exactly. And at the same time, they're built with comfort in mind. Personal tables at every seat. There are, panoramic windows, even bike racks and wheelchair-friendly spaces. So you can commute and also enjoy the scenery.
Okay, and so, when does it run then?
So in the early stages, which is now from September 18th to October 9th, it runs daily from 11 a.m. until about 9:30 p.m. with 14 trips a day.
I feel like, again, this is good because it's for commute, but I feel like for tourism, it's good too. Just,
exactly.
Just get on that boat and just look around the Han River, right? But is that enough for commute, though?
So some people are worried, but not for long. After the Chuseok holiday, service expands. Starting October 10th, weekdays will see 30 trips from 7 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., right? Including express routes every 15 minutes during rush hour.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if it's for a commute, right, and it starts at 11 a.m., that's
kind of late.
Yeah, it's, it's late, right? So how long does it take?
So travel time from Bagok to Jamsil drops from more than 2 hours to about 82 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
That's
82 minutes.
82 minutes is an hour 20, so you cut about 40 minutes. That's pretty good. And how much does it? Most important thing, because the Hangang taxi failed.
Was so expensive.
Because it was so expensive. Nobody wanted to take it. How much does it cost?
A single ride is 3,001.
Get out.
Yes, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And if you have the Climate Companion card, which I also use, you can ride unlimited times without paying extra. Yeah, plus still get transfer discounts with buses and subways. Cash isn't accepted though. It's all digital, so I think it's a pretty good deal.
Aaron, I think we have something to do now.
Get on that.
Get on the bus. Get on the Han River bus. 3001. That sounds good. But here's the thing. Safety. Is it safe?
Well, you're afraid of airplanes. Are you afraid of boats?
No, I'm more afraid of the airplanes.
Have you ever tried boats?
I have been on boats. I've been on a yacht in Jeju. I have been on the Staten Island ferry once.
I forget that you're from New York sometimes.
And the Han River, the ferry, I've been on it once.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, people who are afraid of boats don't have to worry because each vessel carries around 155 to 199 passengers with safety features, which include new navigation markers, collision prevention signage, height indicators under bridges. They also did trial runs earlier this year to test the system, so it's pretty safe.
Na Pen Soon says, I'm going to Han River right now. Go take the bus now.
Yeah, take the bus.
Take the
home.
bus and take a picture.
Send it to us.
Send it to us. That'd be cool. I'll give you so much props if you're able to do that stuff. But again, when it comes to safety, I mean, I'm one of those people. Like I'm a little bit too cautious sometimes.
You can never be too cautious.
Yeah,
about
and
safety.
so that should calm some worries, right?
Yes. And on top of that, there's a central monitoring system connected to disaster and emergency networks. So if anything happens, fire and police can respond very quickly.
So people can grab a coffee, do some work, and commute by water because you had the table, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has an individual table.
Sounds pretty good, right?
It does.
Yeah, and there's even a small onboard cafe on the boat selling snacks like coffee and bagels and add Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
It's
Korea,
Seoul, it's Korea. Wi-Fi is even on buses, it's everywhere. So, it feels like a floating co-working space with a river view.
How are people reacting so far to this?
The reactions have been mixed.
Mixed, okay.
Yeah, but mostly positive. Many describe it as new and fun. And on the first 2 days, even in light rain, people lined up at piers like Yeouido, families with strollers, cyclists with bikes, and even tourists all joined in to, ride the Hangang bus for the first time. And people love taking photos out the windows or, buying churros or bagels from the cafe.
How many people screamed out, I'm the king of the world on the first day? Can I do that? Can I
Try
go
it.
I'm the king of the world.
Take a video, send it to us. Do the Titanic pose.
I don't think I could do it.
Do it with your son. I dare you.
I don't think I could do it.
You said it yourself.
I don't think I could do it. Oh my goodness. I said it, but I don't think I could do it. Guys, do check it out. Again, this sounds good. And especially the fact that it's only 3,001. That's pretty ridiculous.
And if
cheap.
you have the companion card, it's
even
pretty
cheaper.
much free. So
Exactly. We're going to continue to talk about these ferries, this bus that's running now down the Hangang River Hangang River. But first, let's take a listen to a song here from Day 6 with Dream Bus, 꿈의 버스. Bus, 꿈의 버스. It really does sound like a dream bus.
It's a good song.
Yes, I mean, we would have preferred another bus song, but we don't want to much of the Jaja bus on its own, right? We know that. So that's our favorite bus song. Before the break, we heard about the new Hangang bus, eco-friendly ferries connecting Magok to Jamsil. Again, it's good for commute, but I like the idea that it can be used for leisure, right? But what about commuting, though?
So that's where the opinions are split. You had some worries that, is it enough? Like 11 a.m. the time is, right? Most riders say it feels more like a sightseeing boat right now than a really, serious commuting option. For example, traveling from Magok to Jamsil currently takes over 2 hours compared to about an hour on the subway. So, would you want to get up an hour early to take the Hangang bus in the morning?
But I mean, it could be more calming.
Relaxing.
Yeah, relaxing.
You don't have to, be squeezed in between people.
Yeah.
You could work on the bus.
Yes, if you get a seat.
Yeah.
If you get a seat.
I think getting seats isn't really a problem on the bus right now.
I would do the bus. I'm not gonna lie. I would do it.
Yeah, and also some piers are a bit of a walk from the nearest subway station. Commuters worry about the wait time as well. Missing a boat might mean waiting up to an hour in the early schedule.
Okay.
So you have to be on time. And the boat, there were also some little problems, minor problems on the beginning. It briefly stopped on the 20th due to high water levels after the rain. So this also brings some concerns. What happens if it rains?
Season.
Exactly. And also the toilet also overflowed on the first day.
Now, no longer the king of the world.
So, these problems, it's, but it's early stages. So, it's all trial and error right now.
So is the city planning to improve or fix these problems?
Yes, of course. As I mentioned earlier, from October 10th, with more boats added, service frequency increases and express routes are launched.
What about the distance between pier and public transportation?
Yeah, Seoul has also been improving pier accessibility, adding bus stops, adjusting bus routes, building shuttle services from subway stations, and even placing shared bike docks at every pier. The goal is to integrate Hangang Bus smoothly into the city's transit network. So, I'm really looking forward to how they'll manage that.
I feel like this is, it's in the early stages,
Yeah.
but I feel like there's a lot of task at hand right now.
Yeah, but it's trial and error.
I got excited, and then, the whole toilet overflowing thing got me a little bit, The boats even have theme names.
Yeah, that's really cool, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, so each vessel is named after a Seoul landmark, like 경복궁, 남산 Seoul Tower, YO.
I thought it was going to be something fun.
What? What did you have in mind?
I don't know.
King of the world.
Yeah, like, James Cameron or something. Or
세종대왕.
Jack Rose.
세종대왕 for a boat is pretty cool. Yeah, but not that TDP or 세빛섬. But this is cool because on board you'll find photo zones decorated with those themes.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's another way they're trying to connect transportation to Seoul's culture, tourism, history, really the city itself.
Do they have Arirang Tower? No?
Start a petition to get it added. And all our listeners will get on that boat.
It's all a big part of the whole branding the city
Yeah.
thing, right? I feel like this is what it is. What was it? There was a survey that people were talking about. What's like the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about Seoul? What are landmarks? And I think amongst Namsan was there, and then Hangang.
Yes, Hangang was there.
Was always there. So this is another way of branding the city with the river.
Good point.
Yeah,
and Seoul hopes the Hangang Bus will become a symbol of the city's commitment to sustainability and creativity. So they're really working on that. They want it to be not just practical but also memorable. And that's why the plan is tied to attracting 30 million annual visitors to the Hangang area.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So I don't know, Angela, what do you think? Like, can it be a daily commute option? Because so far, what it seems like it's more like a leisure, more like a tourism kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe not for everyone, but like maybe for freelancers like you and I.
No, I got the car.
Oh my God. You just threw that at me. I have a car. Yeah, I don't have a car. So maybe for people like me without cars who have more flexible hours. Yes. But, subways will still be faster for many. But, for people living near the river or for those who want a calmer scenic ride, it could absolutely work. And for tourists, it's a budget-friendly way to enjoy Hangang without paying for a cruise.
Absolutely.
So I think that's the bigger point. A lot of foreigners or, travelers could try it out.
Absolutely. So basically, it's part transportation, part experience.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a new chapter in how Seoul thinks about urban mobility, on the water instead of underground. Yeah, so I think that's a new twist.
It is. And for any of our listeners who are visiting Korea, you get hop on the bus and yell out, "I'm the king of the world."
Send us a video.
We like videos.
You can start it. October challenge.
I have a car.
No. Get on it with Aaron.
I'm going to use it as a... No, I really want to take him here. I want to take him here. It's all right. I might do it. But I don't know about the whole King of the World thing. I might do something else. Anyways, Angela, thank you very much for this tip and have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending around the studio, let's take a listen to a song from Hanrodo with The Last Stop of Our Pain, 정류장.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our daily coffee break. Today's tidbit. Joining us in the studio, Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela, there's an age test. I think
test.
I'm sure you've heard about it.
Yeah.
Since we talked about head, shoulders, knees, toes, 머리부터 발끝까지. And then fill in the blank.
I know the answer to this,
man.
so I can act like an MZ.
But when you first did it, what was your answer?
When I first did it, I did 머리부터 발끝까지 다 살아.
Yes. Now,
apparently my generation is supposed to say
hot issue. Do you know what the younger generation is supposed to say?
No.
머리부터 발끝까지.
Yeah. I heard.
So I said 머리부터 발끝까지
Apparently
사랑스러워.
there's a an American version too, like
Of what?
hey now,
What?
and you're supposed to say something like
머리부터 발끝까지.
kind of like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Hey now, and like
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your show on.
yeah,
Get paid.
that's what like the oldest generation does, and then my generation does Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie who?
You don't know Lizzie McGuire?
Is she like Hannah Montana?
Yeah, like Hannah Montana. Hey now, and then the younger generation does something different.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your show on. Get paid, and all night later's just run. Anyways, what are we talking about today?
Well, you've mentioned in the
Yes.
past that you've managed to save quite a bit when you were preparing your wedding.
Save as in like save money for the wedding or save money in the expenses?
And the expenses.
I did.
Yeah, and did you like by chance get any help from the government?
No,
when
I didn't.
Back then, all your money.
No, it was back then, and we were lucky. It was like a new wedding venue, and we booked it like 9 months early. And so
No, 9 months early is actually pretty late.
back then it wasn't.
Really?
Yes. So COVID kind of killed everything. Whereas back then it was okay. And they were like, oh my goodness, this is so early. And I said, well, I mean, hopefully nothing happens in between the 9 months. And so we basically registered, and yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, almost 9 years. But anyways, is there a such thing now?
Yeah,
Man.
there is. So
Should I get married again then?
I didn't hear that. So, you know how a lot of people in Korea are choosing not to marry these days? There are a lot of reasons
Yes.
why. But one of the biggest reasons is cost.
Yeah.
Weddings, housing,
Yeah.
like, starting family.
Yeah.
It's just really expensive. So Seoul and other cities have actually started rolling out direct cash support and even creative matchmaking events to, encourage marriage.
Okay, yes, I've heard some programs happening, and especially
really?
Busan is very famous. Busan is giving like $10,000 to $20,000 to couples who get married or something like
You're in
that.
for a treat today then.
Okay, why am I from? Am I getting married again?
No, like. Okay, that came out wrong.
Anyways, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But the marriage numbers, though, I know that the the birth rate number has been improving slightly, but the marriage number, is it still decreasing?
No, actually, well, according to Statistics Korea, last year over 222,000 couples tied the knot. That's actually a 15% jump from the year before, which is also the fastest growth rate ever recorded.
Well, I mean, it was so bad the
During
previous years.
COVID,
Yeah, I mean, it's
exactly.
base effects, right? So
Yeah.
like it's a big jump, but it was so bad last year that it
Yes,
seems like.
yeah.
But what changed though?
So, as you mentioned, weddings delayed during COVID. They finally happened. But also the surge comes partly because, the big generation born in the early 90s is now in their early 30s, which is, prime first marriage age for a lot of people. Yeah.
And what's the average age? Because when I got married when I was
31?
30.
30?
No, 29.
Really?
Yeah.
You married quite early.
So that's what I heard from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was early.
Was it not early back then?
It was considered like people were getting married around like 28 through 32 was the age range back then.
Yeah.
Like it changed a lot.
Yeah, and like considering my parents, they got married when
20
like
something,
27,
Yeah,
28.
yeah. So what's the average age for marriage now then?
So for men, the average age at first marriage is 33.9, and for women, 31.6. What's new is that the age gap between men and women keeps shrinking. It's down to just 2.3 years, the lowest ever. And here's another twist. Marriages where the bride is older than the groom now make up nearly 20%, also the highest on record. So, this just all points to how like marriage trends are really changing in Korea.
Guys are all just turning to Nuna killers now. We all just Nuna killers. And international marriages, right? I mean, that's going up, right?
Yes, very much so. International marriages have been climbing for 3 straight years. But one striking statistic for last year is how marriages between Korean men and Japanese women jumped more than 40% 2 years in a row.
I'm not surprised.
Really?
I am not surprised.
Why?
It's because they're saying like culturally, Japanese women are I don't want to use the word submissive, but like they're more
Conservative?
conservative in the sense that you know how things have changed a lot, where women's role and men's role have changed a lot.
Yeah.
I heard in the Japanese traditions have been
It's
kept
not
the same.
so much.
Yeah, it hasn't changed
so
as much. And so Korean men are actually preferring that to the changes. So, you know,
Interesting.
because, you know, they saw that I was doing a lot of dishes and doing housework and stuff like that, which you should. You should be sharing that. But where does Seoul step in, though? Like, is this increased thanks to the cash support that you mentioned?
Possibly. So what happened is, starting this past July, Seoul began a pilot program giving newly registered couples 1 million won in cash, about $700 to offset early marriage costs.
And how do people receive the funds?
Couples just submit receipts for wedding or household expenses through an online platform, and the city reimburses them. The idea is to relieve financial pressure and connect it long-term to childbirth and childcare support.
Okay, and this is cash and not vouchers?
Yes, cash directly.
Okay.
And if the program succeeds, Seoul may expand it to cover more couples, possibly even those making up to 180% of the median household income. Around 20,000 couples are expected to benefit this year only, and that's not all. Seoul is also having like special wedding venues for newlyweds.
What was that?
So Seoul offers public wedding halls at major landmarks like cultural centers and museums at really discounted rates. So couples using these spaces can also get up to another 1 million won in support for wedding expenses. And, you know, all of this is meant to take away the pressure of renting expensive hotel ballrooms, which has become kind of the trend in Korea recently, while adding, you know, a more unique Seoul-style atmosphere to, you know, weddings.
Anyone want to get married in Arirang Tower? There's places where you can get married at the Arirang Tower. I don't know.
Does Arirang do weddings?
No. I don't think there's... I mean, there's like... I could imagine why they could have a place where they do it. I mean, they have like a whole place where they do the music programs.
Oh, huh.
Here. Huh. Small wedding. Is Korea the only place doing this to help young couples, though?
No, so some local governments in China offer subsidies for newlyweds. Malta gives a marriage bonus, and in Europe, most support comes through tax breaks and housing loans, which you know a lot of countries are also going after. Germany offers joint taxation benefits. Japan and the U.S. often give housing or mortgage assistance instead of direct cash. So, you know, a lot of countries do support marriage, are really pushing for marriage, but Korea's approach is just more direct, you know, handling couples' money to get them started.
All right, there you have it. Hito says marriage reward is only given to the first marriage. Otherwise, well, I shouldn't say more. What's up with all those married guys?
Like, just stay married. That you know saves the most money. Stay married, guys.
I don't think having a second marriage will save money. It's gonna cost more. Now weddings cost more than it was when I got married. So there's no way I'm spending that money.
Stay happily married.
Oh, what? Okay.
This song is played a lot at weddings.
Because I was supposed to get married to her. Okay, this is Tae and Kanmiyeon with I Promise You That 7 Kinds 너에게 약속하는 7가지. And that was I Promise You That 7 Kinds 너에게 약속하는 7가지 by Tae, and who was supposed to be, in other words, my other world.
Your fantasy wife.
My wife, Kanmiyeon of Baby Vox. I had no idea the song existed.
Yeah, I listened to it a lot when I was in high school for some reason. It's a great wedding song.
You know what's crazy? Kanmiyeon got married to this guy whose name is, what's his name? It was like Paul or something, or Phil. Like he got married to a gyoppo.
She got married to
a gyoppo.
Okay.
Korean American guy.
So
I was there all along. I got married first, so it's not fair. I'm sorry. Camille probably got married because she found out I got married, and then she was like, "Oh my, you're a rebound."
What is wrong with you today? You're like peak Delulu today.
I'm tired.
Did you have a wedding song?
I did have a wedding song. My brother-in-law sang.
Oh,
it was
what did he sing?
What is it? Something 사치? 사랑이란 사치? No.
그대라는 사치.
그대라는 사치.
From 이적?
No.
Wait.
From 한동근? No. 한동근?
You don't remember your wedding song?
Sometimes you don't forget a lot about your wedding. It just goes by in a flash.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like you really don't forget because so many things are happening.
Yeah.
But anyways, Let's go back into the script here. We covered cash support and wedding venues, but you also mentioned matchmaking events,
Yeah,
right?
so we're going backwards.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
this.
so this is where it gets kind of quirky and fun. Local governments are now sponsoring themed blind date programs to push marriages as well. For example, Seodaemun district in Seoul is holding an event this fall called 썸댕문, a play on some, like before dating,
Yes.
and 댕댕이, which is
For dogs.
Yeah, for dogs, which means dog. Can you guess what the event might be?
Are they doing like blind dates for dogs?
That would be weird. A blind date for dogs. A blind date for dog owners.
Oh, doggo.
Yes.
I was like, why are they doing a blind date for dogs?
So singles aged 28 to 39 who own small or medium-sized dogs can sign up for the event.
Okay.
These people will meet over 2 days at a pet-friendly culture center with games, meals, and one-on-one dates, all with their dogs present.
So the dogs become basically your wingman.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a very good wingman, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Just putting it out there. But anyways, your dogs become wingman.
Yes, at the end, participants submit their top 3 choices, and if there's a match, the district supports follow-up dates. The first edition back in spring had a 65% success rate.
Wow, that's pretty high. Okay, what else?
Temple stay blind dates.
I've heard about
You've
this.
Heard about?
This was so smart.
Yes, the Choge Buddhist order runs a program called 나는 절로.
나는 솔로? No, 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 no. 나는 절로.
Yeah, to the temple. Yeah, so for instance, this month at a temple in Sokcho, over 2,600 people applied for just 24 spots. A competition was 90-1 for men and 128-1 for women. Participants spent 2 days meditating, play games at the temple, and sharing meals in a temple setting. And yes, real couples have come out of it.
And any city-sponsored ones?
Yes, definitely. In fact, just last weekend, Seoul hosted 설렘 Book Night, Excited Book Night, a library-themed blind date. 100 people gathered at a corporate library building to chat about books, have dinner, and go on blind dates.
I mean, if you like books, that's a good way. I wouldn't be a part of this.
But it's successful.
Okay.
Yeah, 23 couples matched, which is nearly half of the participants at the blind date Seoul held. And there was even a prize for couples. They received tickets to watch the Seoul International Fireworks Festival together from prime seats.
Oh, snap.
So, very romantic.
That's hard to get, guys. It's really hard to get. It's a fun policy.
Yeah, and it's spreading. So Daegu has held woodworking and barista class blind dates, producing 15 couples so far this year. And Hwasong City runs Hwasong Exploration, which is a kind of field trip dating program for busy office workers. So, you might find one in the city you live in.
What about those that are not in their 20s and 30s, Angela?
Yeah, so Korea is also seeing relay dating events for middle-aged and older singles, many divorced or widowed. People in their 50s and 60s rotate partners every 10 minutes, kind of like speed dating.
Yeah, I mean, we've also been seeing like dating shows for older people too. I think that's important.
Yes.
You have to cover all the ages here. So know that there are programs, know that there are government policies in order to get people to get married and give birth and more
lots
children.
of pushes for marriages.
We are going through a bit of a population crisis right now. So hopefully all of this will help. Angela, thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of your night, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending out of the studio, let's take a listen to a song from Vanilla Acoustic featuring Hayes with Blind Date.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit. Joining us in the studio is Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela, are you feeling all right? I don't want to get you sick.
I don't want to be sick.
So I'm wearing this mask. It's not bad. Honestly, it's not bad, but really, really, really preemptive measures.
Yeah.
Just in case right
I
now.
hope you feel better soon.
I do.
You need to.
I hope so too.
I didn't have a lot of sleep today, and it was super busy.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why I look kind of sick right
No,
now.
it's been, everybody's been busy. Everyone's been
Yeah.
tired. Now I just got a text message from my wife. Kid number 2 sneezing. I was like, no! That's the worst. When the little one is sick.
Yeah.
Hope they shouldn't get sick. Anyways, hope you feel better too.
Thank you.
Let's get some rest after this. What are we talking about today?
Well, do you have a favorite painter?
I do.
A Korean painter.
Uh-oh. Kim. Who's the guy that shares the same name as the DJ DOC?
I don't know any of the names of DJ DOC.
I like. We Kim Won-gi?
Oh, Kim Won-gi is my favorite.
Sonia taught me some of the names.
Yeah.
Right? Who else? Who else? There was a lot of names. I'm not good with names.
Well, then, who are you going to name?
Jackson Pollock.
Oh yeah, you like abstract paintings.
I do. I like abstract paintings.
Me too.
So I was gonna say that. But Korean artists, it's a learning process.
Yeah.
What about you?
I like Kim Won-gi too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite. Like I love abstract works as well.
I like his bubble painting.
Bubble isn't Kim Won-gi.
Which one's the bubble? Which one's the one that's like water drop?
Yeah, water drop is a different.
Oh, it's someone
artist.
else,
yes,
right?
It's a different artist. I can't remember his name. Oh my god.
That's the name that I'm thinking about right now. DJ. Oh my goodness, what's the?
The brain fog is real here today, guys.
No, really, no. So he's the one that did the what is it? Yes.
Kim Chang-yeol.
Kim Chang-yeol.
Yes.
He does the water drop.
Yes, he does the water drops.
That's what I'm talking about, not Kim Won-gi.
I like Kim Won-gi.
I like Kim Chang-yeol.
But like another name always comes up as Korea's most beloved painter.
Okay.
Can you guess?
Yes. Lee Jung-sup?
Yes. Cheater. Yes. Lee Jung-sup is a very beloved Korean painter.
But what makes him stand out so much, though?
Well, he's, called Korea's national painter. He was born in 1916, lived through Japanese colonial rule, the Korean War, and, the hardships of a divided nation. He only lived to age 39, but in that short time, he produced many, many unforgettable works, especially of ox, children, and family. And, his life and art combined innocence, suffering, resilience. So, a lot of his works really touch Koreans a lot.
So this is, I know, coffee break, today's tidbit is random but informative. It is very random. Why are we talking about him today?
So something historic is happening related to him. His 1954 painting, Children and Ox, 소와 아동 in Korean, has just come to auction for the very first time in 71 years. I prepared a photo of that painting, and it's expected to start at 2.5 billion won, about 1.8 million US dollars, and that is a picture that came out for the first time.
Is that cow ox eating the boy? Because
no.
Something is happening. I see the boy with the feet and the
exactly.
arms.
So he's like kind of in a wrestling, tug of war moment with the ox.
Oh.
It's like entangled together.
Oh, I see. Okay,
yes.
That's the backside.
And so this painting is really, unforgettable because it's not a lot of like Lee Jung-sup's works. There are very strong brushstrokes, not a lot of colorful paint. So it's kind of different from Lee Jung-sup's works, but also very iconic at the same time.
No, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's very chaotic.
Yes.
I like chaos in painting, if you guys
Me
ever know.
too.
Jackson Pollock, right? Chaos.
Yeah,
with all of stuff.
Yeah, like it shows a boy and ox tangled together in play. It's chaotic, as you mentioned. It's dynamic. It's like bold composition. And art historians say it captures Lee Jung-sup's unique energy and storytelling. And the painting was first exhibited in 1955 at Mido Department Store in Seoul and has been in one private collection ever since. It even appeared in retrospectives, including the National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art's 2016 show, Lee Jung-sup, A Myth of a Century, Lee Jung-sup 100년의 신화. So it has been shown to the public before, but, maybe it's not one of his most, seen works.
So it's a piece Koreans already know.
Yes,
well,
exactly.
Even though it's never been sold.
Yes.
It's being sold for the first time.
Yes. And now collectors are wondering if it might surpass Lee's auction record, which his painting Ox set a record for in 2018, which sold for 4.7 billion won.
It's roughly around 3 million,
Yes.
3 million and change. That's a lot for Korean work. But here's the thing about a lot of artists, like even with Picasso.
Yes.
Picasso was a starving artist. He was never rich.
Picasso?
Was this? Yeah, Picasso.
Picasso, but he
No, sorry, not Picasso.
Van Gogh.
Sorry, Van Gogh.
Picasso was born rich.
I'm getting like all my artists mixed up right now. Van Gogh
Yeah.
was never rich, right? He, sadly passed away
Yes,
poor.
exactly.
But Lee Jung-sub also wasn't wealthy when he was alive, too.
Exactly. He was, far from wealth. That's actually one of the great ironies. He came from a well-off family, but the Korean War forced him into poverty. His wife and children had to move to Japan, while he stayed behind in Korea, painting through hardship. And, he sadly passed away alone in 1956.
It's
Away alone in 1956.
It's ironic that usually during turbulent times, sad times, through hardship, that some of the best paintings come out.
Yeah.
Just like Picasso. Was it Picasso, the blue era? That's Picasso,
yeah,
right?
that is Picasso. You're just throwing all the knowledge you have right now as much as you can.
All the art knowledge that I know. But what did he do while he was alive, though? Again, I mean, it's sad that 39 years, I'm about to turn 39, so like he was around my age when he passed away.
So during his years of poverty, he moved between Jeju, Busan, 통영, and Seoul, usually teaching, holding small exhibitions when he could, relying on friends really a lot of the time just to survive. A lot of his friends were rich because they had come from wealthy families. But, even in those difficult times, he never gave up on painting. He sketched on cigarette foils when canvases were too expensive and even drew, postcard art when, loneliness hit the hardest.
What's a cigarette foil? I've never heard of a cigarette foil
So
before.
I prepared a photo of it. This is an example. He always hoped to meet his family again, and a lot of the cigarette foil paintings come during this era. The hard times. He scratched pictures on silver cigarette foil, creating what we call now in Korean 은지화, or foil drawings. And at the time they were really desperate improvisations, but today some of them even hang in the Museum of Modern Art in New York. And to answer your question, what is cigarette foils? Our producer is telling us that in the past, inside cigarette boxes, like there were foils wrapped in it.
when you open it and then like you still kind of have it and there's the okay that's what you're talking about. Okay, wow, that's small thing.
He really used anything he had in hand, and it was a scratch. So I've seen his paintings before because I really like his paintings, and they're just really tiny. He scratches on them, sometimes paints on them, and the photo you're seeing right now is of children, again tangled in play.
Okay, they also look naked too.
A lot of his figures are usually naked.
Okay,
It alludes to purity and adolescence.
Okay.
Youth, yes.
It's very detailed if you consider the fact how small it's supposed to be, right?
Exactly.
You can't really tell because the photo that we're showing looks big, but you're talking about, again, that little piece of foil from the top of the cigarette box.
You could cover it with your hand.
Yeah. So what else about his life stands out?
I mentioned that his family had to go to Japan and he was alone in Korea. So his love for his family was really deep. And he famously sent illustrated postcards called 엽서화 to his wife Masako, and all these photos were filled with private symbols and tender imagery meant for his family and his wife specifically. I prepared another photo. This is another 엽서화. Most of these are more colorful. He drew So for 3.5 years, he drew 88 postcards with rabbits, a deer, lotus flower, playful figures, his family sometimes. Also, and they were all as a personal serenade. And these works weren't meant for galleries; they were just for one person only. He usually wrote letters on the back saying, "I miss you. I hope my sons are healthy." And this particular photo I'm showing right now is of children, presumably his children, fishing. And so you can see fish in the corner and, crabs. Yeah. So again, very playful, Considering how he was in poverty at the time, all his pictures are, very lively.
Naked again. Again, these are really, really interesting paintings and art pieces that we're looking at right now. John says, I'm saying, splurting out everything I learned in Asian art. I said Picasso and Van Gogh, not Asian art, dude. Anyways, we'll continue to talk about artwork from Lee Jung-sub, but first, we're going to take a listen to a song from Don't Kids, Crazy Night, 못된 송아지 엉덩이에 뿔. DKZ, Crazy Night, 못된 송아지 엉덩이에 뿔, which in translation is bad...
Cow.
What is it? Calf?
Calf.
Has a horn on his butt.
Yeah. It's usually meant for, people who act out. You say, like you say 뭐 잘못하면 엉덩이에 뿔 난다.
Oh, really? It's
울다가
a
웃으면
There
are like Korean sayings.
울다가 웃음 has not horns. It's something else.
웃다가 웃으면 well, there are like sayings related to
Yes, a lot of behind
sayings.
Yeah, sayings. Let's just put it at that. You know, there's a lot of punishments related to the behind, and laughing and crying at the same time. No horns, something else.
Something is not right.
We're all very much under the weather right now. We've been discussing South Korea's most beloved painter in Lee Jung-sup. We got his masterpiece at auction, which is going to go for millions, but also small private pieces that show his heart.
Yes, and you know, there's a lot more happening related to Lee Jung-sup as well. In Seogwipo, Jeju-do, where Lee Jung-sup once lived, and that's why there are a lot of, exhibitions happening there. The Lee Jung-sup Museum is also in Jeju-do, and the Lee Jung-sup Museum is hosting the third part of its archive exhibition covering 1952 to 1954. It's open until February next year and shows his letters, photographs, and Word documents. So, if you have time and you're in Jeju, maybe you can drop by.
So it's a chance to see his life close up, not just his paintings.
Exactly.
Okay.
And, Jeju also recently held the 2025 Lee Jung-sup seminar where researchers discussed his postcard art, which we just saw. A novelist also shared how Lee's struggles inspired his fiction. And, I think all of this just shows how deeply his art continues to spark creativity across fields here in Korea.
We talked about tigers before and the symbolism that the tiger has in Korea, but all the animals have some sort of symbolism. And I noticed that he paints a lot of oxens. And is there a reason why he chose the ox so often?
So, great question. In traditional farming society in Korea, the ox was a symbol of perseverance, an animal, that works tirelessly until death. And, for Koreans under Japanese rule and when Lee Jung-sup was alive, it really became a symbol of national endurance, and the will to achieve independence. So I also prepared, it's one of his most famous works. It's called The White Ox from 1954. It's one of his most famous works representing both Korea's suffering and its quiet strength. You can see, his strong brush strokes. It's very simple, but you can see how the power in the photo itself. And again, this painting is really huge. If you see it in person, it feels like the ox is really alive in front of you.
Yeah, because if I just see it like this, it looks like a really skinny ox. But you look at the face, and there's a lot of fierce aspect to this. He mad.
And, you can also see kind of the muscle and bones of all the animals he draws. It's also kind of alluding to Koreans who were starving at the time.
Yeah. Okay, that's what it makes sense.
Yes.
It makes sense. So his oxes were both personal and political as well.
Exactly. And, children were another constant theme, as you saw. In his wartime works, you often see naked children playing in circles, tied together with ropes or surrounded by oversized fish and crabs. And this all alludes to playfulness, to youth, to purity. And, he tried to keep that sentiment alive during hard times.
So again, going back, his life was tragic, but his art feels really just full of life. I like that, the Yupsa, the postcard that he sent to his wife. Very lively, full of life,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Playful, dreamlike, hopeful. And that contrast is what makes him often compared to, as you mentioned earlier, Vincent van Gogh. Both lived in poverty, both died young, and were only fully appreciated after death. Lee, as I mentioned earlier, died at a very young age from illness and malnutrition, but decades later, his work is celebrated as priceless national heritage.
I never watched Doctor Who. But there's a clip of Doctor Who that
the most famous episode.
Yeah, that pops up all the time where Van Gogh
comes to the
museum
present.
and then sees that people are admiring his painting, and then one of the curator explains why Van Gogh was such an impressive painter and things like that. It still gives me the goosebumps, and I feel like it's kind of the same way with him, where again his recognition comes posthumously.
Exactly.
And now his paintings sell for tens of billions of won, millions of dollars.
Yes, exactly. But, beyond the money, Lee Jung-sub reminds us of the human side of art, love, loss, resilience, and, beauty of everyday life, really, because his subjects weren't grand objects. His cows and children weren't just symbols, they were pieces of his own longing for family and for peace.
Yeah, definitely. So I can see that from his paintings. Anything else?
And more importantly, his story continues to resonate with every generation. School textbook, museum, even novels keep reintroducing him to younger audiences. For many Koreans, Lee Jung-sub isn't just an artist. He's really part of our collective memory, showing how art, carries people through hardship and keeps hope alive.
There you go. All right, Angela, thank you very much for today's tidbit. Have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Sending out of the studio, we'll take a listen to a song from Akmi with Will Last Forever. 그때 그 아이들은.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio is Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela.
Yes.
Been enjoying the weather these days?
Yeah, I have been. It's great to walk the dogs.
It rained a bit yesterday. It rained a lot yesterday,
Yeah.
actually. But now I think it's going to really cool off now.
Yeah.
This is the perfect weather.
It is, and it's really great to run in the mornings. It's kind of chilly even.
I got to get back to running again. I did for like a week, and I got busy.
And you stop.
And I got sick, and I'm busy again. So, and then Chuseok's coming up. I don't know what to do. I have to start working out again. Anyways, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, what is your idea of a perfect fall festival?
No kids. Nice weather like today.
Yes, of
right?
course.
Nice weather and music.
What kind of music?
Ooh, that's a good question. Because I like hip-hop music, but it just wouldn't fit.
With fall?
No, with the wine that I'm going to be drinking.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think wine goes well with hip-hop music. It'll be a
Really?
wine festival.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
A nice outdoor wine festival. Actually, there's a lot happening these days with the wine festivals, which
Yeah.
I'm not going. But yeah, that's my typical, my ideal perfect fall festival. What about you?
I was thinking more generic, like pumpkin spice, apple picking,
Oh my goodness! Are we now arriving into the
Flannel.
pumpkin spice stage?
flannel, cider at a rock festival.
At a rock festival.
Yeah.
That reminds me, back when I was in New York, fall used to mean like apple picking.
Yeah, I
the
used to
time?
go apple picking all the time.
Apple cider is good, but you have to have yeah. I mean, it's something you can't really do much of here in Korea,
Yeah,
but
it is
doesn't
true.
because it doesn't sound Korean. All the stuff that you just said.
True.
Yeah.
But guess what?
What?
Korea has its own version of fall festivals.
Apple picking?
No apple picking. But something maybe even better. It's happening all across the country right now. We have music, we have food, we have, outdoor activities, flowers, you name it. There's a festival for it in Korea right now.
Oh, so we're gonna be talking about multiple festivals.
Yes.
All right, where are we gonna be starting today?
Well, let's head to Busan first.
Love Busan.
Yes, they kicked off a massive citywide event called Festival 10월. 10월 literally meaning October
Yeah.
in Korean, and it runs until October 3rd. Busan mixes music, film, food, and even technology.
Okay, that's not a lot of shiwar that they're gonna be spending on this
There's
festival.
a reason for that.
Okay, what happens there?
Well, a bit of everything happened. It opened on the 21st at 7 a.m. with a 7-bridge tour, a one-of-a-kind cycling race across 7 ocean bridges in Busan. And later that morning, people sat down for brunch on the bridge right on top of Gwangan Bridge.
Oh, that's beautiful
Yeah.
there. So basically a packed morning.
Yes, and that's the opening. The lineup goes on. At Bexco, you've got Fly Asia 2025, which is a startup expo, the Busan International Food Expo, the Craft Beers Masters Challenge, and a Shiora Insight, which is a forum where thinkers, share ideas for urban solutions. Then there's the Busan International Performing Arts Market, featuring featuring 100 shows from 15 countries.
That's a lot of stages.
It is. And this year, the Shiwol Lounge has expanded from one location to three, becoming a networking hub not only at Bexco, but also at the Rock Festival grounds in Busan and the Bay 101. Busan's mayor even said the goal is for the whole city to become one giant festival stage and to draw over 3 million foreign visitors. So basically, Busan itself is a festival stage.
All right, so when it comes to festivals, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to sound really fat, but food is very important.
It is. You can't leave out food.
Any highlights?
Yes, the Busan International Food Expo is part of the festival, showing off local favorites like milmyeon noodles.
So good.
You like it?
I love milmyeon.
Ormuk fish cakes and 돼지국밥, pork rice soup. Michelin Guide chefs are running pop-up kitchens, while a special Vietnam pavilion marks the opening of Busan's new consulate as well. Celebrity chefs are even doing a cooking show based on the trendy show that really took off last year, 흑백 요리사. And of course, there are bakeries, cafes, new food brands like offering hands-on tastings everywhere. So really, foodies are in for some fun.
I think Park Eun-young, I never watched 흑백 요리사 or what is it called? Something black and white cookout, whatever it is called. Park Eun-young, she does the Chinese food, right? Is she the one that does Chinese food?
정지선.
Oh, is that 정지선?
Yeah.
I don't know. One of those two. Great chef.
Have you tried their food?
No, I bought the meal kit. 'Cause I couldn't get into a restaurant.
Yeah, that's a good
Even
alternative.
though the meal kit is good, you know it's good food.
Yes.
But what about the music?
The Busan International Rock Festival kicks off September 26th.
What?
Yes, headlined by none other than the Smashing
The
Pumpkins.
Smashing Pumpkins?
Are coming to Busan. I knew you'd be excited. Mika.
Mika?
Yes.
Well, Mika always comes to Korea, though.
Well, yeah, true. Along with more than 20 bands from Korea and abroad, including Taorim, Nell, CM Blue, and Wonmi.
Yo, that's a pretty good lineup.
It is.
That's a really good lineup.
So my friend goes to the Busan Rock Festival every year, and she says this year's lineup might be one of the best yet.
This is, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I normally won't go to a rock festival. This one, I might. I might. So Busan's basically turning into a one big festival playground.
Exactly. The city wants it to be a magnet for international tourists. Last year, the event boosted foreign visitors by 77% compared to the year before, which is much higher than the national average. This year, you've mentioned that's not a lot of October, right? That's because this year they've moved the dates earlier to align with the Chuseok holiday and the Busan International Film Festival, making it easier for people to enjoy multiple events at once. And I think it's a really great idea.
No, it is. Okay, so Busan's got the spotlight. What about elsewhere?
Well, let's go back up. Suwon is also making history. At Suwon Hasong Fortress, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, 3 major fall festivals are happening all at once. The Suwon Hwasong Cultural Festival, King Jongjo's Royal Procession reenactment, and a media art festival is happening.
Has it been a year?
It has been a year.
When Boonli
When went to Suwon for this.
Boonli went to the
reenactment,
procession reenactment, right? So when does this start?
So this also starts this weekend on September 27th. The cultural festival runs for 8 days instead of the usual 3, with programs like boat performances, again, reenactments not only of the royal procession, but also of royal banquets and nighttime military drills.
Oh, okay, that must be quite a sight.
It is, and there's also a global village for foreign visitors, complete with hanbok costume experiences and cultural activities. And on September 28th, the royal procession will recreate King Jongjo's 1795 journey from Seoul's Changdeokgung to Suwon, the whole journey, featuring dancers, martial artists, and the KBS Korean Orchestra. And to that, you also have the Media Art Festival that projects artwork onto the fortress walls. So you've got history blending with technology. You have history in front of your eyes. It's really a packed event.
That's a long walk, by the way.
It is. It's really long walk, so it's really commitment that they're doing this.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty diesel drive too, but you're talking about walking, so this is impressive. All right, we're going to be talking about some fun fall festivals to check out, but first, let's take a listen to a song from Yoongun with October Rain, 힐링이 필요해.
October rain, October pain, 힐링이 필요해. 난 네가
And wake me up When September ends. I was telling. So this is 윤건 October Rain 힐링이 필요해,
Yes.
or in English, I need healing.
Yes.
I was telling you, it sounds like very American rock music.
Maybe that's why I like this song so much.
Yeah, and Bahar says, wow, I really like this song. And what's
Yay.
interesting is Forky in Germany says it's really healing.
It is. That's why I chose the song.
I don't know if you knew the Korean title means 힐링이 필요해, like I need
I
healing.
need healing.
Forky says, like, calm down, breathe slower. Bahar says, I slowed down while walking when it started. It's a good song.
Yeah,
It's a good song.
I'm glad you like it.
By the way, she's going to a Muse concert this weekend. Muse is coming to Korea.
Yes.
We covered Busan and Suwon. Where else can people catch some fall spirit?
Let's travel east to Pohang.
Sure.
On September 26th and 27th, the city is hosting the 2025 Healing Feeling Railway Forest Night Walk, another healing experience. It's held in an urban forest built along old train tracks. Families and couples stroll under the stars with live music, bubble shows, flea markets, and even a pet playground so you can bring your furry friend with you.
So sounds like another very relaxing
Exactly.
autumn evening.
Exactly.
We all need that.
The reason I chose the song, the reason we're talking about
Yes.
it, it's designed to combine wellness with entertainment. They even have plugging snack stalls where you can pick up trash while, walking and later get a treat, which combines fun with eco-friendliness as well.
So fall's also a great season to spend time outside in nature. I mean, we always talk about fall foliage.
Yes.
It's amazing here in Korea. Anything on that?
Of course there is. You know what's an iconic Korean fall flower?
There's a fall flower?
Yes.
Iconic fall flower?
So like every year when, especially in elementary schools, they do
Yeah.
like class decorations and it becomes the fall season. The teachers always make, paper drawings of this flower.
Okay, what is it?
Cosmos.
Cosmos.
Yes.
That's,
don't-
I,
you
I
didn't
know,
know
I know
that?
that flower. I didn't know it was a fall
It
flower.
was a fall flower. So in Kuri, just outside of Seoul, the Han River banks turn into a pink sea during the Cosmos Festival. From September 26th to 28th, 90,000 square meters of it's a cosmos in English too. Cosmos bloom, the largest in the region. There are K-pop concerts, drone shows, fireworks, and plenty of photo zones. And locals bring back a folk game called 벌말 다리 밟기, which is local to the area, which is a traditional bridge stepping ritual. So, you get a bit of, folky vibes along with, very pink, fresh flowers.
And I'm guessing when you say pink and colorful, there's going to be a lot of people going there for social media posts.
Yes. Here's a fun twist, though. Visitors can join a stamp tour around the city, then claim a souvenir keyring of Kuri's mascot, which is named Waguri, is a noguri, a cute raccoon. My friend lives in Kuri, so I found it funny to see it all around the city when I visited, but he's very cute, so you can get a keyring of him. So it's a playful way to tie the festival to local businesses.
All right, what else do we have?
We have international festivals as well. In Changwon next month, MAMF, short for Migrants Arirang Multicultural Festival, is being held. It's celebrating its 20th year. Migrants and locals celebrate together with music, food, and a huge cultural diversity parade. Mongolia is the guest of honor this year, so there will be lots of traditional Mongolian events and food.
We have nothing to do with this. It's referring to the
Yes.
Arirang folk song.
Yes,
but
exactly.
This sounds very global.
Definitely. It's, this event is all about embracing difference and, making it festive. And, if that's not even enough, I said there are a lot of events this month. There's also the Cheongseon Arirang Festival in Gangwon-do province.
Also not related to us.
Yes. It's also related to the Cheongseon Arirang. We talked about the Yeongdong Gugak Expo. The Gamak Sunflower Festival is being held in Gyeongnam, down south. The National Chrysanthemum Festival is being held in Hampyeong. So really from, Korean traditional music to modern light shows, autumn in Korea is basically a nationwide celebration.
And it's beautiful. I
Yes.
mean, it's just...
The skies are so high and blue.
Yeah.
And it's really just beautiful to spend your time outside.
And then once you get into the fall foliage season, right? And then if you go down south, right, it's beautiful.
It is.
You have to
It
be
really
surrounded by
is.
nature. And so, I mean, there's no excuse to stay home.
Yes, none at all. Whether, you're into history, go to Suwon, music, the Busan Rock Festival,
Yeah.
food, flowers, or even just, strolling under the stars. There is a festival waiting. So, look it up, go outside, enjoy fall, everyone.
All right, there you have it. Angela, as always, thank you very much for your tidbit. Have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studio, well, we got more bands here. This is 나상현 씨 밴드 with the Festival 축제.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit. And joining us in the studio is Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela,
Yes.
how you doing?
I'm glad it's
Are you not
Friday.
sick? Are you not sick?
I'm not sick.
Good. It's because I wore a mask. Protect our people.
Protect our people.
Protect my people.
Don't say that with that haircut.
What? Oh, snap. I gotta protect the people. I caught that. What are we gonna talk about today?
Do you like fireworks?
Katy Perry fireworks? Yes.
What about the real fireworks?
I
boom,
mean,
boom.
I lived in New York, and so every time it was 4th of July, I just couldn't go to sleep.
You wanna?
My
Sorry, your hair.
my Kim hair is
Yes.
my Kim hair is a little messed up right
Yeah.
now. No, I wasn't a big fan of it. But it's one of those things like when you occasionally see it, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see where you're gonna go with this.
Yes, because in Korea, there's one fireworks event that's in a league of its own. It's the Seoul International Fireworks Festival, and it's happening this Saturday on September 27th, right along the Han River in Yeouido. And it is such a big event, I could not go over without talking about it.
Yes. This is again. It's a big one. It's a very big one.
Yeah.
And I used to live in Sadang, and so when I drove down, I drove down the Dongjak Bridge. Around this time, there would be parked by the Dongjak Bridge to see what goes on. And so we're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
What makes this so much more special than other fireworks festivals?
Well, for one, really the setting.
Yeah.
Yeouido is basically the heart of Seoul, and every year more than 1 million people gather along the Han River to watch this fireworks. So, the skyline, the bridge, the water. It itself is beautiful, but then you add fireworks floating overhead, and it really becomes a breathtaking moment.
But it also sounds very chaotic too, because there's going to be a lot of people. You were
Yes.
saying more than 1 million people gathering.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So it can feel like half of Seoul is there. I used to live in Tangsan, and from where I
a good
lived,
place.
I couldn't see the fireworks.
Oh, you can't?
The buildings blocked the fireworks from where I lived, but what I could see were just endless rows of cars and
Yeah.
people. Yeah, so like subways overflow, streets shut down, people camp out with picnic blankets all day just to claim a spot to see, the fireworks. Even rooftops, bridges, and parks across the river get packed. And I mentioned people just park their car where they can to see the fireworks.
I mean, if you go to a lot of these bridges that connect in between the Han River, you'll see cars everywhere.
Yes.
And they're just by the bridge looking at the fireworks and things like that. So it's not just Yeouido.
Exactly. You can see fireworks from places like Icheon Hangang Park, Nodersam or Noder Island, and even Mapo Bridge and Namsan Tower. So some people even book hotel rooms facing the river months in advance, although prices really skyrocket
Yes.
on that night.
Yes.
So we're talking millions of won for one night. Yes.
Thousands of dollars, guys, for one night just to see fireworks.
Have you been to
No, I'm not going to pay thousands of dollars just to see fireworks.
you seem to know it so well, so.
No, I mean, because it happens all the time, and I see it on
Yeah.
the news, like how much people are paying. And not
Yeah.
only that, you know how there's like the apartments that are facing the Han River?
I'm gonna talk about that.
Are you going to talk about how they do Airbnb?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna talk about something more crazy.
Okay, I want to see how crazy. There's people that do Airbnb. They rent out their places just for that night.
Yeah.
Because people can just be, chilling in the house and looking at the...
This year something what happened was people actually didn't rent out their house, they just rent out their balcony.
Oh my God. cheapskates. So this is more than just fireworks. It's really an entire city experience.
That's right. And it's organized by Hana Group, which, did you know this, actually started as an explosive company decades ago. It's 한국화약.
I know it was chemicals. I did not know that it was explosives that they were doing. Okay.
So today it's one of Korea's biggest conglomerates, and this festival is their flagship cultural contribution.
And it makes sense because if you go to Yeouido and you go to the Yuksan building, the 6-3 building, right? Then it's like it says Hanwha.
Yes.
And so like Yeouido, that's like the landmark.
Yeah, it
with
is.
Hanwha.
Yeah.
But when did this all start though?
So the first official festival was in 2000, co-hosted by Seoul City and Hanwha. And since then, it's become one of Korea's big 3 fireworks shows, along with Busan's Fireworks Festival that happens in November and Pohang's International Fire and Light Festival.
Oh, I've heard about Busan's, but not Pohang's.
Yeah, so-
Okay. So what's happening this year?
So this year's theme is Light Up Together, 함께하는 빛 하나가 되다, and 3 countries are participating, Italy, Canada, and of course South Korea. Each team gets about 15 to 30 minutes to tell a story with fireworks, and it's all perfectly timed to music, so it's really, really beautiful.
Music?
Yeah.
With all that.
Yeah, so it's not just the fireworks. The fireworks like have a choreography, so to speak. So it's a full performance. Italy's show is called Fiat Lux Toward the Light and Darkness, and they're using tracks from Pink Floyd, Bruce Springsteen, and Ennio Morricone. So, a very dramatic cinematic vibe with the fireworks.
No, it would be good if they played BTS's song, Dynamite.
With BTS, I think South Korea is playing a BTS song.
There you go.
Yes.
Is there any Katy Perry's?
I'm not sure. You would have to check.
But again, I mean, this already sounds really cool. Now, who's next, though?
Canada follows with the theme Superheroes, Lights That Protect the World. Think Avengers theme songs. Led Zeppelin,
Ooh.
AC/DC,
Ooh.
Celine Dion.
My heart will go on.
Maybe they're using that song. I'm not sure. And then even Hans Zimmer songs. So it's basically a Marvel movie in the sky. Very
Yeah.
spectacular.
And of course, the closing.
Yes.
Korea does it. Tell us about
Yes,
this.
Korea always ends the night. This year's finale for South Korea is called Golden Hour Into the Shining Time. The soundtrack this year mixes everything from Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars to Rise, South Korean idol group, dynamic duo, IU, Channabi, and even the OST from Squid Game. The highlight is supposed to be a crown-shaped firework set to golden from the upcoming Netflix animation K-pop Demon Hunters. It's designed to be a jaw-dropping finale. Again, you could maybe sing Golden.
I can sing. I cannot sing Golden, but I'm not surprised if they're doing something with K-pop Demon Hunters
Yeah.
because not too long ago they did the drone show.
Yeah.
The light drone show with K-pop Demon Hunters
Yeah.
stuff. It was cool. It
Yeah.
was real cool. So. You're basically seeing, well, the artists are not coming out. It's just
Yeah.
music being played.
Music.
But still, it's like a fireworks K-pop concert.
Yeah, and it lasts a full half hour.
Nice.
So, it'll be really, really good, fun to see.
All right, so Angela, have you ever been to this place? Have you ever?
not.
I have been once.
You have?
And I went there only once back in
surprised.
2010.
Okay.
I was a reporter, radio reporter, and we had to do a live show. I thought this was the stupidest thing
At
ever.
Yeouido?
I'm just gonna say this right now. It was the dumbest thing ever to do a live show during the fireworks.
Oh my
festival.
goodness. Like, you have the fun. You can't hear anything.
So
Oh my goodness.
it was a mess. It was a mess.
Who made the decision?
It's not Arirang. Let's just put it that way. If it was Arirang, I would not be saying it. Let's just say it wasn't Arirang.
No.
And I was a reporter and I had to do interviews.
Oh my
It was the
goodness.
worst.
The sound, the people.
Number one, there was just way too many people. And the
Yeah.
sound just got into everything.
Yeah.
And I just, they just told me to go. So I did it. So
Would you say it's worth braving the crowds to see the fireworks?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't?
For me personally, I don't like crowds.
see.
It was really nice. But it was just too much. It was just too much
Yeah,
people.
some say that's a big question every year. Some people, say that it's not worth it. But some say yes, it's something you have to experience at least once in your life. You have experienced it once
Yeah.
in your life. And there are definitely survival tips, which I'll share after the song break.
All right, there you have it. We're going to take a short song break. This is Lee Seung-yoon with Pokjuk Time, Fireworks Time. That was Lee Seung-yoon with Pokjuk Time or Fireworks Time. Man, who was the drummer in that band? That was good. I was like, the whole time I was listening to the bass and the drums. It was nice. We're talking about the Seoul International Fireworks Festival that's happening tomorrow.
Yes.
As a person who have been there, and it was, I remember they were saying, we're going to help you get there. You're on your own when you go back. So this is helpful. You said survival tips for the fireworks festival. Let's hear this.
Okay, first rule, avoid Yoinaru Station.
Yes.
On the day of the festival, Line 5 trains often skip the station entirely because it gets too crowded. So instead use Yoido Station, Mapo Station, or Saekgang on Line 9.
It's good to know.
Yes.
And you have like other ways to get there? Like
Yes.
how are some of the other ways to go there?
Well, second, don't think Yoido is the only option to see the fireworks.
Okay.
This year, fireworks are being launched in both directions, west toward Mapo Bridge and east toward Hangang Railway Bridge. That means spots like Icheon, Noder Island, and Sonyeodo Park also have great views with fewer people.
Okay. Now, mind you, again, there are other bridges. Like if you go to like the Dongjak Bridge, it's close enough that you could actually see.
Yeah.
It's another, place. But again, it's going to be packed with cars, just like illegally parking on the side of the bridge. But you don't need... It's good to have the prime spot,
Yeah,
but you don't always need the prime spot because you have to think about how big fireworks are.
Exactly.
You see it from far away.
Yeah, and well, talking about prime spots, if you're willing to pay, you can get a prime spot. There are premium lounges. Hana Life Insurance, for example, runs a signature fireworks lounge with reserved seating, blankets, even private bathrooms, which are a big issue during the festivals. And here's the twist. This year, Starbucks joined the game for these prime spots. Their Yeouido Hangang Park store sold reserved seats for the night. Golden View, Silver View, and Cafe Zone seats. The top tier Golden View went for 200,000 won, which is roughly $150 for two people, and every seat sold out instantly.
200,000 won, guys, $150 to see some fireworks at Starbucks.
Yeah, but believe it or not, people called it a bargain. Each package came with drinks, snacks, even limited edition merchandise like tumblers.
Okay.
And you know why this looks almost reasonable?
And also, when you're, trying to impress a girl, when you're trying to impress a girl.
But like, do you know why people are saying this looks reasonable? There's a reason for that.
Why?
Because some with good views are charging millions of won for a night.
Yeah.
And some people are even offering a spot on their own balconies in private homes to watch the fireworks for 550,000 won, which is almost $400. They're not even, renting out their house. They're just renting out the balcony for like a few hours. So talk about creative economy.
Capitalism!
At its peak.
Capitalism. I bet people would try to arrive early for free spots.
Absolutely.
Though, right?
Yeah. Some people even arrive the night before and camp out on sites with a full tent.
I've seen
And
that.
others are even offering to keep spots and sell them for up to 150,000 won, which is again almost $100.
Capitalism.
So everything, if you have money, you can get the prime spots.
So the cafe seat no longer seems that bad then.
Right,
And that's why it was
right?
sold out completely.
Yeah, and it shows how this festival isn't just about fireworks anymore, really. It's really about the experience. Companies know people want something memorable, and they're packaging it in that way. Starbucks basically turned a coffee shop into a luxury box seat.
Not to mention if you can get a limited edition tumbler, that's something too. But what about for families?
So this year, the city is also inviting 50 large families to ride special Han River cruise buses that dock near Hangang Bridge. It's one of the safest and most exclusive ways to watch, with a sunset ride included. You get seats first. You get seats first if you have more than 3 children.
Now, with this, I remember, I forgot what country it was. There was a fire because of the fireworks over a river. And one of it landed on a ship or something like that, like a ferry. So safety is very important. What about
Yes.
safety overall?
Definitely a priority. Police are mobilizing over 3,000 officers just this Saturday, plus extra subway staff and even aerial observation equipment to prevent, accidents. Roads like Yeouidongro will be closed from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. and parts of Mapo Bridge will also turn into temporary walkways to prevent accidents. So really, if you're worried about safety, you don't have to worry so much because Seoul City is prepared.
I wonder if the Hangang buses are running that time.
I would think not.
Man, I was about to say 3001, yo, free fireworks show by the Han River. So basically, don't drive.
Absolutely. Public transit is best, though you may have to walk a fair distance. And of course, patience is key in events like this. It's better to wait 10 to 15 minutes after the finale before leaving, to get stuck in crowds.
Any other tips?
Don't forget the basics. Temporary toilets are set up, but lines get long. Bring snacks, water, and maybe a portable charger. And this year, the city is running a 10-minute slowdown campaign, encouraging people to spend 10 minutes cleaning up trash before leaving.
Okay, sounds good. Keep the park beautiful for the next day, right?
Exactly. And if you can't make it in person, Seoul City is live streaming the whole event on YouTube with official background music available on Hanwha's Orange Play app. So, maybe you don't need to go through the crowds.
Yeah, just, go stay at home. Turn it on, these days, like your television connects to the internet and all that stuff, and you can still get the full experience. Well, partial experience.
Yeah.
Like, partial experience is good enough when you think about the crowd there. You get experience at home, basically.
Right. Though, nothing beats the feeling of the boom of the fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going, just plan ahead, pack smart.
There you go.
Have fun.
Guys, but I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's actually going to go there, but, there's smart ways.
It's going to be beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's pretty. It's really nice. It's just that, be cautious. Be cautious. Angela, thank you so much for this. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you again next week.
See you next week.
And sending out of the studio, let's take a listen to a song from Extraordinary Heroes with Night of Fireworks, 불꽃놀이의 밤.